Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's been a hot minute again. I think it's been 2 weeks, it could be 3. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, my name's Amy and this is my channel all about cross stitching and various other things, ramblings. Yeah, so I've got 7 projects to show this time round, which is quite a lot for me really. So I will go through the 7. I've also got, I'm going to call it a haul, but it's not really a haul. It was a gift from my mother-in-law to be. And then I'll do the life update at the end instead of the other way round. So if you want to skip that bit, then please do. I do have my son in the background, so if you hear him, he's there. And my neighbours, my window's there. My neighbours are literally on the other side doing construction work. So that can't be helped, unfortunately. So I'm just going to jump straight in. I'm going to try and do it in the order that I've worked on it. So this is starting from the 4th of June. I've actually got a notebook now, and I've just been writing. I've like headed it for a week and then I've just been writing what I've been working on. So the first one is this anchor kit. It's just called Owls. And if you've been here a lot, then you'll know that this one does pop up from time to time. I'm doing this on a 28 count even weave, 2 over 2. And I need something that gets a back in really. Do that. Here's my notepad. This is what I've got so far. And what I did do is fill in the white in the background of the face and a little bit over here as well. I find that I can't work on this one for too long. I'm not used to doing 2 over 2, so I think it annoys me after a little while. All the colours are neutrals as well. It does look stunning. I can't wait to get this one done. Oh, and also near the end I will talk about upcoming plans. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. I've never seen this kit for sale anywhere. I was lucky enough to be gifted this from someone off Facebook. But I guess if you wanted it, it would probably be more of an eBay find. But the kit is made by Anchor, so it's a lovely kit. So let me just look back at my notepad. So the next one I worked on a little bit. Sorry, there's going to be a bit of rustling. This is just an 11 count printed kit. Move the thread out of the way. And it is my initial. I don't think this one needs backing. And what I've been doing is just starting, so I've done all the red, which isn't actually red, it's the purple. And then I moved on. And yeah, so I've colour completed the first 3 now, and I'll show you my back. It's not particularly neat, but it's really hard to see what you've done when it's like this. But yeah, again, I don't think this is one of my favourites to work on, but I think it's going to look really cute, maybe in my bedroom, somewhere like that. And it was ridiculously cheap. I think it was only, I want to say it was under £2 from Temu. And you can just buy any letter you want, really. Pretty. So next up is, again, it's an 11 count kit. I always just call this one Tracy's one, because Tracy sent it to me. And I do love working on this one, and when I do finally pick it up, I tend to get a lot done. But I say I get a lot done. I sit there for a long time working on it when I finally pick it up, but I don't seem to get a lot done. So this is the project now. And I believe I did quite a bit of this white, or it's not white, creamy colour here. And also I did a lot of this bluey colour here. So wherever it is along the top, I filled that in. And again, I'll show you my back just so you can see more of like how much I've actually done. So not masses, but I've decided to try and work in the 2 boxes from the top now and go all the way across. So for example, this like red tea, ooh, the red tea up there, ooh, is it gonna focus? Probably not. I will fill those in, I'll go across, there's some more like here, and then if I've got thread left over, I'll just move on to anywhere in the cross stitch and do as much as I can for that one. I do love this one. It's just going to look so good when it's done. Pretty. So next up, I will have to just insert a picture here, but it's my watermelon dragon. I can't remember the designer or anything, but if I remember, I will try and put the details on screen. It was just a really cheap pattern off of Etsy. And this is my progress. So last time you'd have seen this, I'd done the stomach or his belly, and I'd done a few green stitches. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've filled in more of the light green stitches and some of the dark stitches. So not a lot of progress on this, but it is slowly coming together. I just find with this one, I don't know, I just find it a bit annoying. Also, I'm missing one of the colours that fills in like this gap here. And I probably have it, but it's probably packed because I'm moving to Wales soon. It's probably already packed away. So I'm not unpacking my boxes. So I might actually pack this. How many times can one person say pack? I'm going to probably pack this one away until after I've moved, but I'll talk about those times in a minute. Right. So this was my biggie for the week, the fortnight, the 2 weeks, however long it was. I think I've lost my needle that was attached to it, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, this one is Toil by Melanie Dellen. Again, I'll have to put a picture up. It's from Heaven and Earth Designs, but it's now retired. Sorry, I meant to say about the watermelon dragon. I'm just doing it on really cheap 14 count Ada. But this one is on a 32 count even weave, easy count grid. You'll see what I mean. And I managed to put in over 400 stitches. I think it was about 440 stitches. And this is my progress so far. So I was trying to be really militant about it and just do the black for the whole chart. But then I realised that the very bottom page, which literally is up to that dot there and across, I realised that if I put in about 10 stitches of, I think it was 3799, so very close to black, that would page complete entirely. So I just went with it. So now I've got a tiny little page finish, and then this block here is another page finish when I fill in the last little dots. So yeah, I did break my rule, but I will mainly try and stick, well, I don't know now actually. I will try and stick mainly with black because it is mainly black for the start, but I do fancy just, do you know, like the little snippets of pages at the bottom, I do fancy just finishing those entirely because it's an easy win. So yeah, my stitches were mainly in this bit and this bit, and then the 400 I think I've filled in like this bit here up to there. So that bit, I do something called mapping. So I know like these very blunt squares just need filling in. But yeah, I love this one. I do genuinely love working on this one. So yeah. Next up, I haven't written this one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. There is still 7 projects. The next one is one that I tend to avoid pulling out. Not gonna lie. And it is Moo by Bothy Threads. And it's a Rendell design. You can still get this on Amazon. I don't think it's crazy expensive either, around £20. It is on 14 count and it's got the classic Rendell spotty fabric. The thing is with this one, I do love the finished designs, but from a stitching aspect, look, it's just clobs of brown and it just gets very boring. But anyway, I worked on this on 2 occasions, I think. I should remember, but I've got really bad memory. Let me put something up. So this is where I am so far. I'm using the picture as a background of what I show you, but this is the cow's nostrils. I believe this patch here will be like his tongue that's sticking out. Yeah. And then this bit here is actually the edge of his, I want to say shoulder, but so what I was working on, I filled in a lot of this reddy brown in here, and then I also filled in this pale patch here. So not masses is done, but I do have to just take it really slowly with this one. Has the lighting just gone weird? Or is it my eyes? Oh, there you go. So yeah, I am in the south of England, and I don't know if this is true for the whole of England, but we're having a heat wave currently. You might be able to hear my fan. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already 27, 28 degrees. I do not cope well in the heat, but I thought the lighting would be fairly decent, so I've stood here in the window, and I'm hot already. I am still in my pyjamas, my Lilo and Stitch pyjamas. I don't have many summer clothes, to be honest, apart from pyjamas. But when I'm really hot, too much information, I'm home alone, then you can wear what you want, you can strip off when you want. Anyways, so last project. A lot of rustling, I'm sorry. I did show this last time. And now I'm second guessing myself. I'm thinking, have I done any since I showed it off last? And I'm not so sure. I'm actually not so sure now. Right. First find the needle. So it is my frozen one. That one. I love this one, I really do. There's a lot of blues. I want to say that perhaps I did this chunk of blue here, but I can't be so sure now actually. I'm not sure I have done any, to be honest, but I'll show it anyway. It's huge, it's nearly a metre long. Okay. And my progress so far is mainly the blues at the top. You've got Anna's face there, and then my blue patch I've just shown you, and that is it. I feel like I've had this in my hands a lot recently, so I must have done something. There you go. I tried to be organised and have a notepad, but what I really need to do is write what I've worked on and where I've worked on it. So Bear with me just a second. My child's being very quiet and it's making me suspicious. Any parent will say, if your kids are being loud, that's great, you can hear them, you know they're fine. It's when they go silent. So Sydney is only 5, but I realised he'd never been on a computer before, because we've got tablets and we've got games consoles, whatever else, but I realised he'd never, you know, used a keyboard and mouse, and he was adamant he wanted to play Minecraft on the laptop, which has been quite funny because I've been trying to teach him and he's like, Mum, I know. And I'm thinking, how do you know? You've never been on one before. But my other half said, like, kids of today, they do just know. And I think when we got computers way back when, I mean, I think I got my first computer in the really early 2000s, we were very cautious about touching the wrong thing and breaking it, because we knew that it would take a long time for us to save and replace it if it got broken, or even pay someone to fix it because we weren't that knowledgeable. But the kids of today, it's more like a throwaway society, so there's no real consequence for pressing the wrong thing or getting it replaced if it breaks. That's what I honestly think, because you should see him, he's just like tapping away and he's like, I'm like, you might press the wrong thing. He's like, oh, but it's fine. And I guess that the kids of today then have parents who have used them for a very long time and know how to fix things quickly, possibly. I don't know, I'm just rambling. But yeah, he's impressed me anyway. So next up I am going to move on to my haul, and it was really sweet actually. So Sid went to his grandparents one day, my other half picked him up, brought him home, and he had this like handbag. It's like, why have you got a handbag? It's like, oh, my mum went to the charity shop and she bought a big stack of cross-stitch magazines for you. And I thought that was so sweet. Just the thought, she thought of me, you know. And I can't imagine she paid very much, because where she lives, the charity shops are quite cheap. Whereas I went to a charity shop on, I think it was Saturday, and they did have cross-stitching magazines, but they wanted £2 a magazine. I thought that was quite expensive. If they were like 50p, they should be about 50p, right? So in my local library, if you've got magazines you're finished with, you can just put them in a box and then just take the ones that you want. So I don't know. Anyways, within it, there was actually 2 soda stitch patterns. And I mean, they're not typically things that I would stitch. Say, I pray for you. I think it's supposed to be more of a birth sampler. But it's also giving you the option, if you want to not do like the curtain, you can actually cross stitch it so they're kissing, like that. So they're kissing. Which I thought was quite cute. So actually I think I prefer it like that. So if they were having little kisses, you take all the writing out. That's quite sweet. But yeah, I've never actually seen a soda stitch pattern out in the wild before. I've seen them online loads of times. Now I don't think I really need to go through and show you inside every magazine, but I will say, because I used to go on Free Cycle and pick up massive boxes worth of these cross-stitch magazines, and then I used to tear out the ones I want, I have seen most designs in most of these magazines. I do get very excited when I see a cross-stitch crazy, because growing up it was my favourite magazine, and during COVID when I heard that they were no longer doing them anymore, even to this day, it was just the best magazine. It had the best designs. So what I will do is I'll open it up on the contents page so we can see the designs in each one. So, I mean, with this one, or shall I just show you the designs I like? In this one, Cross Stitch Crazy, October 2016. There isn't much I would do in here, to be honest, but I did like this design. I just don't think I'm ready for another full coverage piece just yet. It's very blurry. Focus on me. Anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, that's very cute. Let's see. Cross Stitch Crazy, January 2018. Aww. I don't think I would do it, but that's very cute. I think these are pretty cool. Sid likes space. Right. Last Cross Stitch Crazy, June 2016. And I don't think I'll see, it's not showing all the designs because I flicked it open. Anyway, I wouldn't really do any of these. I used to like collecting flower fairies and doing flower fairies, and maybe that taste will come back. I always like looking at the cross stitches on the back from Heritage Crafts. Look at that owl one. I love that. I would actually love that. Yeah, adorable. Oh look, hoot vowels. Is it just me or is my camera really blurry? I don't know. I don't know anymore. What I hate about cross stitch magazines though is I don't particularly like doing Halloween pieces and I don't particularly like doing Christmas pieces. So you find that throughout the year, you're good magazine wise. The issue that comes out end of December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then, well, maybe not August. August/September tends to then start being Halloween designs, and then it turns to Christmas, which is absolutely fine, but I think, why does the whole magazine have to be just Christmas designs? Like, have a couple, and then have a couple normal ones, but that's just my personal choice. This one, are they just on the back? No. This one's the World of Cross Stitching from, it's issue 261. I don't know when that was. But anyway, I do love a Margaret Sherry, but I'm not really into Christmas designs at all. I did just see one cute one, but I can't, it doesn't seem to be like, you know, like a list of what's in the magazine. Oh, it's tiny. Oh no, there you go. I lie. Again, I don't think I'll really do many. I will go in and read all the articles though. That's quite cute. Little stag. So I've got the World of Cross Stitching. This does look like an old one. Blimey. Issue 115, October 2006. I would have been 15. And do you know what? I can remember having this issue as well. 15 years old. I can just tell by looking at the front. Oh, actually no, that is cute. Page 60. Oh, I could do this one for my new house. I'll show you. How cute is this? Oh, it's so beautiful. I do like that one. I like it a lot. And it's crazy looking at these magazines to see like the layout and everything just hasn't really changed amongst them all. I don't think I'll do any of the others. There is a pretty cool Me Too Bear Tatty Teddy, but I did one once and oh, that back stitch, it's tatty fair, not for the faint-hearted at all. So next one is issue 231 of the World of Cross Stitching. It doesn't seem to say what month or anything. But anyway, that's got another Tatty Teddy on the front. And is there anything else I'd like to do in here? Probably not. Oh, all the pages are stuck together. I am pretty picky. Yeah, there's nothing I'll do. So, blimey, this is even older. So this is the World of Cross Stitching, issue 99, July 2005. And this is the front, straight off the bat. I love these little geese. Are they geese? I hope they're geese, otherwise I look stupid. And designs. Very cute designs, but I do love them. Even the scarecrow is quite cute, actually. That's me. It's not really focusing very well. Of course I'm a shape. Round is a shape. Very sweet. Apologies, my child is thirsty, so of course in this heat wave I jumped to give him a big glass of water, or a plastic cup of water. So the last one is probably the most recent magazine, and it's the only copy of Cross Stitcher. I will say this though, I was moaning about Halloween designs, and this, even though an October issue, seems to be mainly Halloween. There is a fair few that aren't. When black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, may luck be yours on Halloween. See, I say I don't like Halloween designs, but I think that's adorable. Page 77. That is actually lovely. Ooh. Loads of junk fell out of one. Fell out of it. That is really cute. Maybe I'll have to actually do one. That was the other one I liked, but I don't know if I'll actually ever get around to doing it. So yeah, that's me. That's me cross stitch wise. So if you want to run away now, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because it helps me out massively, and give this video a thumbs up.
Ring the bell, subscribe.
Ring the bell and subscribe. Someone's been watching a lot of YouTube.
Yes.
This is my bathroom, sorry guys. My videos are always so muddled. So I did want to talk about a few life update-y type things. If you commented on my last video and showed some concern for me, thank you. I've just been going through a particularly stressful time, and I think I've always been quite erratic and like, but when I'm particularly stressed and that affects my sleep, and then I don't get to do some of the things that I enjoy in life, toilet flush, it weighs quite heavy on me very quickly. I am waiting on a call from the community mental health team. Sid, get out. I'm glad he's off camera because he's got his bum hanging out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I am waiting for a call back from community mental health team. The mental health service through the NHS, particularly in my area, is awful. Not through the staff's fault, but just through, you know, the funding. There's not enough people to go around to help all the people who are needing mental health support. Luckily, I'm not in danger. I'm just, I'll use the word uncomfortable for now. But luckily, I've still got enough wits about me that I know what I need to do to help myself, but it's not always easy to take those steps, you know. So anyway, I tried to take a little bit of a break from doing Flosstube, even though if I don't post on a Wednesday now, it does kind of stress me out, which is silly, you know. I do these videos because I actually love communicating with you guys. I do find it hard to connect with people face to face, so it's nice to talk to someone or a big group of people that share my interests. It's just lovely. So yeah, I did try and take a bit of a step back from that. I'm going to pause this video again because actually I've got something else I want to show. Apologies. I wanted to go and grab my tablet basically. So along the lines of trying to chill out, I have been watching a fair amount of Flosstube from time to time. One of the people I one of the people I watch a lot is, I want to find the right name. So I'm opening YouTube. I'm going to get the right YouTube handles so you guys can go follow them. She's very popular on YouTube, so you'll know who I'm on about anyway. So I watch Crafty Gaming Jamie, and I watch her a lot. In my head I was like, Crafty Girl Jamie, and I was like, no, that's not right. But anyway, she talks a lot about something called NetGalley, which is more like advanced release copies of books. I think that's what they're called. And you can basically apply to read and review books before they're officially released. So to try and unwind and relax a little bit, I took her advice and I signed up. I do not have, I don't know if this is the right word, the repertoire. I don't have enough points on the system for publishers to look at my profile and say, oh yeah, her review means something. So when you first join, there are a very large amount of books that you can just click on and read. And my guessing so far is that you read as many of these as possible, leave reviews, you get, I think there's like a point system or a percentage, and then eventually publishers will see your profile and say, oh, you know, she's trustworthy, she's going to download my book and actually finish it and leave the review. So I'm not going to click into it, but I started reading a book called Poison and Pooches. It's by someone called Sandra Balzo, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's not typically the genre that, you know, that I would typically read. It is very light-hearted, funny, and that's, you know, that's exactly what I needed right now. So how many times can I say so? What I've done is, or what I do is, I go into NetGalley quite often, see what new ones have been added, and then I just have, I say like a playlist, but like a to be read list, and I save them in there, but only the ones that don't need publisher's approval, because when I first joined I tried to apply for 2 and one of them's got declined, the other one I just haven't heard back from. And I also noticed that Jamie, off the back of a recommendation that I left in the comments, has bought House of Leaves, which I'm really excited about. So House of Leaves is this crazy book. It's like this thick, and some pages are upside down, some pages only have a few words on it, some pages have like 10 pages worth of words on it, and the writing's a lot smaller. Some of the writings looks like a staircase. Some of the writing you have to literally turn as you read it, and I don't really want to give the story away, but if you want something that's going to challenge your mind, then go and buy House of Leaves. I do wonder if it's ever been turned into a movie, and if it hasn't, it should do, because I can imagine whoever made Heretic with Hugh Grant in recently would make an amazing version of that film. They just would. I'm not very good at filmmakers' names, so sorry if anyone's screaming at the screen. But yeah, my partner and I have been watching a few movies. Again, just anything to try and relax. Sid's bedtime's still a bit all over the place, so some nights we don't get to do anything. So I did watch Heretic with Hugh Grant in, was absolutely amazing. What else have we watched? We kind of went on a bit of a Hugh Grant binge, so we then watched The Gentleman, which I liked. It was a really good movie, but I didn't like his accent in that. I'm sure we've watched other things. My mind's gone blank. But yeah, so the whole goal anyway has been relaxing. I'm just going to have a look on my subscriptions to see who else I've been watching frequently. See if I can give any more shout outs. So I always watch Catherine Stitches. I think I gave her a shout out last time, but I just love all the designs. I love blah, 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 blah. I love all of the designs that she chooses. She was saying recently that she gets this feeling where she just doesn't want to stitch anything that she has, and I'm kind of there at the moment. So I will talk about my stitching plans at the end. Who else? To be honest, my subscription list is like this. Crafty Emily I always watch. What I like about Crafty Emily is she's got all of these different little plans, like with Whip Go, when she completes a goal, she puts money in a pot and she's saving up for something. And I just like all of these little incentives and plans that she comes up with. Who else? I'm sorry, this can't be too interesting. Me just scrolling. I want Fairy Floss Creates to come back. Where have you gone, girl? You got married and you've left us. But I hope you're happy, and I hope one day soon we'll get a video from you, just to know that you're okay. I know you're okay because I see your Show Up and Tell groups comments, so I know you're okay, but I wonder what you've been working on. And just so many. High Heel Stitcher, I watched her recently. I hope you're okay. I always enjoy her. I always enjoy her stitching, but I also enjoy her like general life chat as well. But I do with everyone. In Stitches with Ebony, I always enjoy watching her videos too. She's got some more like, I'm going to say abstract. They're not really abstract, but they're... Go watch it. She's got some lovely pieces. Very beautiful, large, full coverage pieces. But again, she's really popular. She's got quite a lot of followers, so you probably know who I'm on about anyway. I've clicked something. Who else? I could literally just go on and on, to be honest. Oh, it's not a Flosstube, but someone I have been watching recently, and I just love them. It's a channel called Rewild in Jude, and as you all know, I'm taking the leap to move from Reading, which is quite close to London, and we're going to move to Wales. We're going to move to the valleys, so it's not that rural, but for us living in such a busy town, it's like moving into the middle of nowhere. Anyway, Jude bought a house or a cottage in the middle of literally the middle of nowhere in Scotland, and it's like, I don't know if you'd call it a homestead, but he's very hands-on, handy. He's got a lot of projects. He's all about like slow living and rediscovering who you are and doing the things you love, and I don't know, it's been so wholesome to watch, and it came to me at exactly the right time. So Jude, thank you for existing. Who else? There must be other people. Sometimes I don't know people's names. They pop up on my screen and I watch them, and then it moves on to someone else, you know. YouTube just keeps playing. So yes, literally I could just be scrolling for ages. When I see new Flosstubers, particularly those in the UK, I do tend to just give a subscribe anyway, because I know how it makes me feel as a Flosstuber to get more subscribers. So I kind of try to pass on that good vibes. So yes, other life updates. So we're still waiting to exchange on our house. It's exhausting, to be honest. I think all of us are just ready to go now. I'm still working, and it's a job I don't particularly want to do anymore. You get to the point where you're just mentally done with it, but my resignation's on the 30th, we're nowhere closer to moving, so I'm gonna have to extend it, and I'm just trying my hardest to work on like a project that I'm not gonna reap the benefits from, if that makes sense, which probably sounds really selfish. So there's that. However, we are at least getting emails back from the solicitors now, so I'd like to think maybe the contract will come within the next week or so. But then we have to give notice on this place, which is 4 weeks. We have said if we're done with work and everything, we will just move. I don't know, this sounds really horrible, but I'd be inclined to like keep the keys and say this is still our place until the day our rent runs out, because it's not like she's not going to refund us for the time we get out early, because we have to give 4 weeks notice, and we're all so done with being here. But we could equally like move slowly, so we could, you know, the day we go get the keys, we could just load up the boot full of some boxes, which we've only got a little Kia Venga. It's not gonna take that many boxes, especially with my child in the back of the car. But we could drive up, get the keys, put, I don't know, a box of my cross stitches in my bedroom, and then what we wanted to do is go up there with an empty house and bleach it all down, because I'm a bit OCD sometimes, to be honest. Obviously, when you move into a rental, you know that it's been professionally cleaned. When you buy a house, I don't know what condition it's going to be in. I do know when I went to view it, it was very clean, like, to look at. But when I looked deeper, like, I could see a lot of dust, and like I said, OCD, I need a clean. So yeah, we're going to go in, empty house, bleach the house, come back here. We're going to fully empty this flat, and then we're going to move properly. And then before we give the landlady back our keys, we will come back and bleach down this place, because obviously you have to clean. I'm too poor to pay for a professional cleaner, and I really can't be bothered to clean this place. It's clean, my house is clean, but you know, like to that professional level. And then I need to just go round with a paintbrush and some white paint and just touch up some of the little dings on the wall, whatever. Bear with me 2 seconds. Sorry, my boy wanted to show me what he made in Minecraft. He made a house that was the shape of a whale. Very creative. I think I was just rambling on about moving, wasn't I? Yes, so we're just so excited to own our own home now. We're sick of living somewhere that's just white. In this house, the walls are white, the doors are white, the window frames are white, the floor's just a very off-white colour. We're not allowed to hang anything, we're not allowed to paint, we're literally not allowed to do anything. So having our own space just feels so magical, and it feels like we've been in one of those, do you know, the sensory deprivation rooms? I think after a little while, we're both just like, I don't know, it feels very, spitting, dribbling now, sorry guys. It feels very cold and stark in this flat. It's not cold, it's 29 degrees, but yeah, a home it does not make. And the house we lived in before Sid was born together, we'd painted the walls bright green, and we had ferrets running around, and you know, our own furnishings, our own furniture, within reason, because again it was a rental, but that place was amazing, and it was like a party home. And I don't think we always had an open door, people always came round, it was very central in our town, and yeah, this place just has never felt like a home. Anyways, I'm rambling hard today. 45 minutes we're at nearly. So my plans are sort of based around being relaxed and moving. What I am going to do now is I'm going to make a selection. I'm going to estimate that we will be moved out of this house within 6 weeks. Wishful thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack away all my cross-stitch stuff apart from 6 projects. And those 6 projects are going to be my focus piece for the next 6 weeks, or less, or more. but the rest will be packed. So, and what I think I'm going to choose is, I'm definitely leaving Toyo out because I just love working on it. I'm thinking about Frozen, but I don't know. What I think I'd like to do actually is choose 2 that are paper kits, because they have their place, and they're just easy to work on when like my tablet's dead or I don't want to get my box of threads out. So I'm going to pick 2 kits. I might pick 2 Heaven and Earths and then 2 printed. That's fair enough, right? I might have this as 1 because it will be finished quick as well. So I'm going to do Toil, the A, and then I might have Moon Maiden because it's my oldest whip. I don't know what else. When I come back next time, I'll show you my 6, and you will get used to just seeing those 6 over and over until my backdrop's completely different. So I think that's it from me, guys. I've got nothing really else to say. I could whinge on. I've actually hurt my back, so that's why I'm stood up right now. Yeah, I don't know if I've slipped a disc or whatever, but the worst position to sit in is sat upright in a chair for me at the moment. So I spend a lot of time just stood up, and then the bottoms of my feet start hurting, and I just can't win. On the sofa I'm kind of okay, because I sort of sit with my legs like tucked under me, like to the side, if that makes sense. So I sit on my feet, and that's not too bad on my back. Anything else? Nothing else to ramble on about. So I will continue to watch everyone's videos. I will try and comment on those videos I watch on, and yeah, drop me comments, say hi, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.